All right, so we are live one more time. I enjoy my conversations with a lot of amazing individuals. This afternoon, it was someone who came to teach how to use board games to analyze how board games can help. As how board games are a tool for critical thinking and analysis. It was amazing using Scrabble and chess to teach how you can do analytics. The critical thinking. It was amazing. So we usually have these great conversations with amazing individuals. And one more time this evening at 6 p.m. West African time, I'm having another amazing conversation with another amazing guy. And you guys know all about real estate. Real estate is about buying lands, building properties, everything that has to do with the earth, that what the earth offers, right? Mansions. Also making money by offering people the opportunities to invest and also to build homes. So today, I'm have another amazing guy. Jeff. I've known Jeff for more than I think since 2014 or 2013, so to say, when I was about to leave paid employment and I
Yes, sir.
was moving around, going to different cities, Enugu, um, about different places, and then I met Jeff in Enugu, and I think it's been since 2014, it's been more than 9 years now, right? Yeah,
Yes,
nine
sir.
years. So we are here to have this conversation. So we are going to be learning from him how to become a top realtor in the real estate marketing. When I knew Jeff, he wasn't doing real estate. When he knew me, also, I wasn't doing real estate myself. I was doing writing. So today, today
Absolutely.
I have evolved. I'm doing marketing. I'm doing leadership. I even have a real estate company. So it's good that I'm speaking to someone who is also on that journey. All right. So, but he has gone from being a novice to being a top realtor in the real estate, uh, field, and he also has his own company that he's running. So today we are going to be looking at that. He's going to be having a very formal, structured presentation on how you yourself can go from being a novice to top realtor. And if you want to come into the real estate and sell and make commissions, I look at the staff that we have in the company that I'm building. When I look at the commissions they are making, I'm like, man, their commissions are like five times, sometimes five times their salaries. And I'm like, why would they want to remain when the salaries are five times the salary? So, um, even if you're doing something else, you can become a realtor. You could be a medical doctor and you're a realtor. You
Yes,
can
sir.
be working in the oil servicing company and a realtor. You can, whatever it is you're doing, you can be making some great commissions being a realtor. People complain their salaries are not enough and all that kind of stuff. But then you can become a realtor and you can make. And when I was brand ambassador, for Bamboo, I was also combining being that and being a realtor. And so what I was doing was that I would go out, talk to individuals, and when they want to go to see the land, I would just simply refer them to the office, and they go. There are individuals who are there, staff who will take them to site. They check out, and then when they buy, all I do is to follow up and say, okay, did you buy? Did you not buy? Did you buy? Did you not buy? And then I'll reach out to the company. Okay, this person has bought. Where's my commission? And then they pay me
E-
my commission, and that's just
Exactly.
that. Sometimes I don't. You don't need to leave your office to go do that, especially when you are working with an established real estate company. They do all the heavy lifting, and you collect your commissions. All you do is to use your social media, do your online thing. Have your conversations outside of the online space, and these individuals go to the company, do their purchases, and you are paid your commissions 10%, 15% in some cases. All right. So that is what Jeff is going to be doing for us here. So if you have a day job, real estate is something you can look into. Become a realtor, make more money for yourself, enjoy yourself. So Jeff, welcome,
Thank
welcome. So guys, let's know where you are tuning in from. Put in the comment section. Let's know your city. If you are in Nigeria, let's know your city. If you're outside of Nigeria, let's know where you're tuning in from. And please do share this live stream. All right, tap the share button and share this live stream. Also, go and invite as many friends. It's 6:05 p.m. and I believe people are already closing at work. Some of them on their way home. So tag them in the comment section, and together with their phone, they will be listening to us and getting some great value. All right, so far I've seen Miracle Onukogu. Good evening, and Cynthia Okamba from Port Harcourt City. Cynthia is also a realtor in the real estate industry. Or Saze Oni from Benin City. You're all welcome. So go tag your friends, tag your fellow realtors, tagging the who you know need to be here. All right, Jeff, take it up from there. Introduce yourself, and boom, go ahead and give us your masterpiece.
Thank you so much, Emeka Novice. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity to share my experience in the real estate industry so far. Thank you. I don't take this for granted. Thank you for everybody that is viewing. Thank you, Princess, Precious, Miracle, and everybody that is viewing. I am Jeff Anozie, and I'm privileged and excited to be here sharing this my experience in the real estate industry with you. I'm going to try and share with you how I was able to go from a novice to the best realtor of the year in 12 months. I will do this in three simple steps. I would share three simple steps I was able to take, and I'm hoping that someone, will who also wants to learn or want to go into the real estate industry but doesn't know how and where to start from can learn something from this, and go in, because like Emeka Nobis rightly said, right now it is a very profitable industry, and the beauty is that you can literally do every other thing whilst doing this. Can we hear me clearly? If you can hear me clearly, let me know in the comment section that you can hear me clearly, so that we can move
Yes, Jeff,
on.
we can hear you very, very clearly. We
Thank
can hear.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback. All right. So the things I'll be sharing with you this evening are quite powerful. I want you to raise your right hands and say, I'm not going to use this powers for evil. Do it right now. Do your right hand. In fact, put a hand on in the comment section. Let me know that you have agreed to do this. So I'm Jeff Anozie. I'm a realtor and an internet marketing consultant. And of course, I emerged top realtor for one of the biggest real estate companies in my city in 12 months. And the things I'm about to share with you are actually everything I implemented at the time. And I could, I wish someone could share these things with me when I started. And that's why I'm happy and excited to be sharing this with you right here today. Now, quickly, why is real estate? I'm going to be taking your questions at the end of this section. I know you would have questions. You can just leave them in the comments um, section of this live stream, and of course, we'll take your questions at the end of the class. I'll go through the comment section and we'll try and answer you. Right? Real estate. Why real estate? First, barrier to entry is very low. So what that means is that you don't have, I mean, in Nigeria, at least in Nigeria, I practice in Nigeria, so I can say for Nigeria, you don't have to have a certificate, or you have to, attend any institute or whatever to become a real estate marketer. You literally just have to, wake up one morning and decide that, you know what, I'm going to be a real estate marketer, and boom, that's it. And like Emeka Nobish rightly said, you can do any other thing whilst being a realtor. Now, the good side is that, I mean, affords people like me without any prior, background on real estate to go into the industry, and in 12 months become top realtor. The downside, however, is that every Tom, Dick, and Harry now wants to be a realtor. And of course, I'm going to be showing you how you can stand out as a person. Number two, the demand is there. There's a need, right? It doesn't go out of fashion. The earth, as it were, when it was just Adam and Eve, is the same size. I want to believe it's the same size as the earth today, right? So that means that the more people, and currently we are close to 8 billion people in the world, right? And these 8 billion people are all grabbing, trying to get a piece of the earth, right? And the number will keep increasing whilst the size of the earth is static. So what that means, that tells you that when demand increases and the supply is not high, what happens? Price goes up and need also stays, right? Income, 10%, the power of 10%. This is part of why I went into the industry, man. Like, all I need to do is to connect the buyer and seller and go home with a whooping 10%. In some cases, way higher than 10%. 10% is like the static, the regular fee around here. So, but it can be higher. So just imagine linking somebody, say Precious, right, with someone else. So Precious wants a property and link the person with someone that owns a property. And whilst that transaction goes through, you get a 10%. That is powerful. It's a very powerful model of income, right? Then the broker model of income. This is what some people call osafia, right? In real estate, I mean, if you're Igbo, you understand what osafia means. It means, how's he explained in English? Like what I just explained in the last slide, right? So you're joining two people together for a commission, all right? So the is a powerful model because you don't have a lot of overhead when it comes to this model. All you need to do, like I said, is to join the two parties and you get a commission. Now, developers need more of marketers. There are lots of people that are going into the real estate industry because of how profitable it is, right? But there are not as many, or I would say marketers that understand what they are doing are not many, right? And there's going to be a need for marketers and more marketers in the industry, right? Now, next, what do I need to be successful as a realtor? I'm going to run through this so that I can go into the three fundamental steps I took and you can take as well to become a top realtor in if you want to be that, right? The first is integrity, sincerity. The truth is, this is the major currency in real estate. To be a top realtor, I think, not I think, you ought to hold this to high esteem. Like, you must have good integrity, right? Being sincere, genuinely want to help your clients or potential clients. Number two, knowledge. You need to know about this industry. You need to know about property law. You need to know about marketing. And the beauty is that there's something called expert modeling. There are a lot of people in the industry currently that leverage the online space to sell, right? And the truth is they have left digital footprints online, so much so that you can literally go back to when they began and follow their content, their posts, and see the trajectory and how they're able to move from a place of not knowing anything or just beginning to a place of making headway in the industry, right? So knowledge is important. Knowledge of marketing and knowledge of property law, very important. Number three, you need buyers, you need leads, and I classify buyers as I classify people that the kind of people I go after, or I try to target as being qualified, willing, and able. I'm going to explain that as we go. Being qualified, willing, and able. Are we following so far? Let me know in the comment section if you're following so far. Now, what do I need to be successful? You need genuine properties, right? It is important to be sure about the properties you are selling, and that's why I said earlier about knowledge, right? Then number five, you need enthusiasm. I think this is one big ingredient that a lot of people overlook. Enthusiasm is important. You need to be enthusiastic about the things you are marketing. You need to be excited, about projecting real estate or the property or whatever it is you're projecting to your clients, right? Now, these other things are good to have. They are not needed to begin. All right. Now, a lot of people procrastinate and stall because they feel like they have to have a very sound, fantastic business name. They have to have a fine, professionally built logo. They have to have an office before they start. These are good to have, but they are not really, really needed to start. And that's why companies provide support within this, that some so companies provide support. American Novice, like I said, has a company called Alpha Novice, and they have an office, they have a logo, they have a center. So all you need to do is to attach yourself. All right. Once you attach yourself, you leverage their stuff, their already built structure to promote. This is the beauty of real estate, right? Now, quickly, let's jump into the three basic steps, three simple steps to go from novice to expert realtor. I'm going to break this down in three steps. So number one, my mindset. I'm going to share with you the kind of mindset I needed to develop in order to become a top realtor. Number two, my marketing. And number three, my model. Are we following? I can't see your feedback, so please type following in the comment section if you're following so far, so we
Yeah,
can move on.
the thing with StreamYard is that you may not be able to see because you are the guest. You are the guest. That's
Oh,
the problem.
beautiful. Okay,
Yeah, but I can
okay,
see it from
okay.
my own end. So sorry about that.
Beautiful. All
Yeah,
right. All right. So let's move on then.
thank you very much.
Number one, my mindset. One of the things I noticed when I wanted to venture into real estate is how every other person called agent was doing business. As a matter of fact, if you've ever tried to look for a house, I don't know about where you stay. I live in Enugu State, Nigeria. If you try to look for a house in Enugu, you understand what I'm saying, and you have to engage the services of an agent. Okay, you understand what I'm saying. A lot of them are just after, usually after what they can grab. They're not really focused on the service they're about to provide to you. And so every day that you come out to look for the house or to try and buy a land, all they need is that inspection fee, because they are not so sure if you're going to buy or if you're going to rent or not, right? So the first thing I noticed was the scarcity mindset, and I needed to move from having a scarcity mindset to an abundance mentality. This was very important. First, I needed to manifest abundance. That is the first step or first mindset I needed to adopt in order to be a top realtor. So moving from having a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, because whether you like it or not, real estate, I focus more on sales. Real estate is a high ticket. It's what we call high ticket around here, because an average Nigerian, for an average Nigerian, 500 to 1 million naira or 2 million naira is quite a lot of money, right? And so for you to be able to get people, the desired audience to buy from you, they need to they you can't come off as being desperate or having a scarcity mindset. As I go, I'll try to explain this a little more. Number two, you have to be a solutions provider and not just a hustler. Now, a lot of people just go into the business for the infrastructure, for the stomach infrastructure, and that is understandable in the beginning. But the point is, you ought to be committed to providing value, providing a solution to your target audience, to the people you're trying to serve. What that means is that you're going beyond just the commissions. Commissions are important, don't get me wrong. Having that money and using it to, the leverage and freedom in quote the money brings for you is important. However, you need to also adopt the mindset of a solutions provider. So you're leading with value, right? That makes sense, I hope. Number three, the third mindset I needed to adopt was the mindset of building relationships and not just being transactional. As at 2021, towards the end of 2021, I met a client. He's based in Australia. Now, this client, of course, the guy drilled me in order to verify a property or verify me. The guy investigated me, everything, and even went ahead, of course, to investigate the property I was about to sell to him. Now, once he noticed that I was not really, I didn't just want to be transactional. I didn't just want to give him the land and collect money. I genuinely wanted to help. I genuinely wanted him, the property, to to serve its purpose. The guy went all out. Like, he didn't just buy, he went ahead to get his friends and families to and referred them to me. As a matter of fact, he referred almost all his friends there in Australia to me. Of course, a couple of them bought, and you see that I didn't have to hustle or stress for that sale. But it came because I was more interested in building relationships. I wanted to serve him long term. I didn't just want to be transactional, right? Number four, I decided to sell no matter what. Now, you should know that I was not a realtor all this while. I started being a realtor I got interested in the business in 2020, ending of 2020, right? After the pandemic, and my second child had just come, and I needed to build something, beyond what I was doing, right? And so real estate, for some reason, somehow it became an option for me. And just around the time, a friend of mine became a manager in one of the real estate companies. And as a digital marketer in my former life, I was a digital marketer, right? So as a digital marketer, I needed to consult me to help him build a marketing structure around what he was doing. That was how I got interested. I started seeing, I did a lot of research and I began to see the need and importance, right? And so for me, once I was sold on the idea of the income that comes through real estate and the fact that I can at least build a level of, recurrent income when I grow in the business, I mean, I was sold. And at that point, I decided to sell no matter what, right? And that's one mindset I want you to adopt. A lot of you start out in the business or are interested in the business, but are not committed enough to stay there for the long haul. Okay? So decide to sell no matter what, no matter how long it takes, so long as you are still building your knowledge base and adopting these mindsets and a couple of things I'll be showing at the end of this class, then you will sell definitely. So number 2 point is my marketing, right? So we've dealt with my mindset. Next is the marketing. Marketing ought to be effective, efficient, and functional. It shouldn't be random. Like marketing shouldn't be a random thing, right? Now, there are a few things you must know. The first thing is leads. Who are leads? Leads are your preferred clients, the type of people you would want to sell to, right? And like I said, I'm going to explain what I mean, what my desired leads look like. They must be quality and qualified. What that means is I don't have to start explaining to you the need for real estate. In some cases, I have to explain, but my desired clients are people that already understand the need for real estate. Okay, you understand they have a bit of financial intelligence, understand the time value of money, understand what inflation is, what depreciation is, and a couple of other things. Next, they must be willing. That means you understand the need. You're also willing to invest. You're also willing to buy, right? You're just looking for the right source or the right company or the right type of property to buy. And able means that you can afford it. All right, that is what this my preferred client looks like, right? And I designed this. I sat down. It's called what's it called now? Customer persona. I sat down to design it, right? A lot of people, when I hear them talk, they say, "Oh, everybody needs real estate," and that is true. However, to be efficient, to be effective, and to be able to, not expend yourself and waste a lot of energy and time, you have to define a target market. Now, I learned this from a man called Ronald Zimora. He attended a class of his, and one of the things that was shared in that class was the categories of people. Of course, I kind of tweaked this a bit from my own understanding. Categories of people that buy properties in Nigeria. The first he talked about was investors, next homeowners, then money holders or cash protectors, and then diasporas. That's Nigerians in diaspora, right? These are the set of people that buy real estate regularly. Investors are people that buy to resell, right? They buy for a very underdeveloped or undeveloped land and then put some value in the land and sell it. Investors. Next are homeowners. These are people like palm sex, retired VCs, retired, civil servants, that have done their 35 years or more in the service and feel like I don't want to be paying rent any longer, right? And so they need to buy a property they can live in. Then money holders or cash protectors. Now, this set of people are divided into 2 parts. The first are people that understand the time value of money. They have financial intelligence and they understand what inflation is, devaluation, and the rest. The other side, however, are people that have a lot of money but don't want other people to know they have that money, if you know what I mean, right? And so they pass it through real estate. Real estate is one of the places they pass them through. So these people are captured in that level. Now, diasporans, Nigerians in diaspora. As a matter of fact, statistics was shown that more than 80% of properties that are bought around in Nigeria are usually from Nigerians abroad, right? And over 22 billion US dollars between 2020 and 2021 was sent to Nigeria from Nigerians in diaspora. What does that tell you? That tells you that These people are the major people that buy real estate currently, especially for land banking and for investments in Nigeria. So, who are your preferred leads? For most people, when they start out in real estate, they look out, they are focused more on these guys, their friends, family, colleagues, social circle. Most of these guys will not buy immediately from you, and that's a fact. I mean, even the Bible said the prophet is not honored in his home. They want to see a level of commitment, a level of success around what you do before they buy from you. So I usually advocate that you go after those other audience first, but also letting these guys know that you sell real estate. It's important they know, right? It's important they know, because sometimes they may just have referrals, but most times I usually they're not the first people to jump on your offer when you say I have a property. And I mean, come to think about it, especially for young people, how many of your colleagues or your mates have 10 million naira or 20 million naira to buy property around you? Okay, so now, how do you design the right client avatar? Of course, I've talked about this a bit, and I'll rush through this. Where are they? These are questions you need to ask yourself. How do you contact them? All right. How do you reach out to them? How do I find them? These are questions I asked myself, right? How can I be their preferred solution? I needed to know this. And amongst those guys that I told you about, I decided to go after one particular market within my first year. I didn't go after all this market. I went after one particular market, right? And those were Nigerians in diaspora, immigrants. I went after immigrants. So in my thoughts, where are they? How do I reach out to them? Because the next question I get or I will get is, okay, Jeff. Oh, okay, fine. I mean, for instance, I'm based in Enugu and I sell majorly around Enugu, right? And the next question is, how do I reach these guys? Right? I got a call today from a guy in King Shasha, I think that's in Congo. And like I told you, I've already also sold to people in other parts of the country. So how do I find them? What do they really want, and how can I be their preferred solution? In my head, I figured out that after doing a lot of research, that the major thing they are looking for is trust. Nigerians in diaspora, most of their family, friends, relatives have eaten their money. It will surprise you that even their parents, family, and friends have blown their cash, trying to buy real estate around here. So I knew that the number one problem they have is trust. They have a very, very low trust, potential, or what's it called now? They had trust issues, right? And so I then began to ask myself, how can I be their preferred solution? And I I decided that video marketing was one of the ways I could break through that. Okay. Now, before now, I was kind of strong on Facebook, but I decided that, okay, I needed to get these guys and I needed to find a way to reach out to them. So I decided to make videos. I mean, I'm a stammerer, in case you have not noticed, and I am a shy person. But because I had defined a target market, I decided to go after them leveraging videos, because I felt like with videos are the single most underused format for marketing real estate, because a lot of people are shy like me. A lot of people they have a lot of 1,001 reasons why they can't put their faces out there. Okay. Now, why is video marketing important? We're still t- talking about my marketing, right? Number one, it helps you build trust. I mean, they are not just hearing from you or reading from you or seeing an image about you, right? They are also seeing you. They are feeling they are, they can see your energy, as you talk. They are what's it called, that you're transferring your energy, you're transferring the emotions in which you're talking. I remember that people buy emotionally, they just justify it logically, right? And so, speaking with you, in fact, I've had clients that told me that, oh, Jeff, I just like the way you did that video. You were so sure of what you were saying. How do you know I was sure, Oga? It's from the energies I put out. And how do you put out energy except through video? So number one, it helps you build trust. They can connect with you. Sometimes they can just like you. People buy from people they know, like, and trust, right? right? So that's number one. Number two, it can help you do virtual property tours. Videos can help you do virtual property tours. I remember, like I said, the market I went for are people in diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora, right? They were not my number one target market. I mean, I could sell to other people, but these were the people I literally crafted my content to suit. Okay, and they're not here. So even if they send their people, they still needed a level of they needed to see something that you are trying to sell to them. So with videos, you can do virtual tours. All right. Next, it can build authority. You can build authority leveraging videos. How? By creating educational content that can help, portray you as an authority in the niche. So you're not just they now know that, oh, this guy is actually telling me, he's not just telling me what I should come and buy land, right? Right? He's not just telling me I should come and buy land. He's also saying that, oh, these are the ways you can buy land so that you don't get scammed. He's also telling me that, oh, this is how you can identify a fake realtor. Oh, this is how you can know a fake property. How can 3 ways to identify a a real a an encumbered land. All right, these are the kind of content you're creating in order to build an authority around build like create like become an authority. Okay. Next, it helps you show confidence and charisma. Confidence, I mean, you are trying to get these guys to pay some millions of naira. They need to at least feel the confidence and assuredness in the way you are communicating to them. I remember a client, sent his sister, he's based abroad, and he's based in the US. He sent his sister to come and check out a property. And then I didn't even know he was sending her because we had spoken on the phone. So I had done a video the previous week about a property. I was marketing, and then he sent his sister to come and check out the property. As she came here, of course, I took her for inspections and everything. At the end of the day, he called me on the phone. He called her to speak with me. So whilst we're conversing, at the time I was tired. Like I had driven her around all day. So it was now evening and I was tired. And then he spoke with me on the phone, and of course, the energy in my voice at the time was not the same as the one on the video. And the guy went to say, he now said, "Oh, Jeff, this is not how you talked in that video. It's because of the energy and the enthusiasm in which you were marketing that property. That is why I'm interested." So that goes to show that showing confidence and charisma is important in sales. However, how can you communicate that without videos? And then number 5, you can entertain your clients. Yes, you can entertain them. You can create content that doesn't just, I mean, when I say entertainment content, I don't just mean you're dancing some awilu or something, or you're trying to be funny even if you're not. I'm trying to say you can do a few other type of content, like a day in a life. You can see the behind the scenes. You can see, like I used to do then when I started. Some evenings I'll drive around my town, right, and make videos around and upload them online. Clients that have not seen their neighborhood. Remember, I had a target market in mind. So clients that have not seen their neighborhood since they left Nigeria get to see it through my videos. And guess who they will call when they want to buy property or any other thing within that environment? Of course, me. Right? So these are the advantages of videos. Okay. Now, my model. I hope you got some things so far. So the last point is my model. Now, for me, I leverage YouTube for realtors. I leverage YouTube basically in my first year in real estate, from January 2021 to the end of January. I basically leverage YouTube to market. Here are a few reasons. Number one, again, because of my target audience. I remember that there are some things I knew that they wanted. Like, I knew that a lot of them come online to see news and information about Nigeria. I noticed that a lot of them used to watch the news on YouTube, right? Because they are abroad, and of course, our traditional media could not. They could not connect with it. So they used to do a lot of things on YouTube. They watch African magic. Was it? It's not African magic. Nigerian movies like Nollywood movies a lot on YouTube, right? How did I know this? Because I researched. I tried to research my target market. Remember, I talked about um, customer avatar, right? And so I realized that this is where they are. Okay. And so I dedicated that first year to promoting myself and my, what I do on YouTube. Okay. Now, why YouTube? Now, there are two types of buyers. There are active buyers and passive buyers. Active buyers are people that search. They go online to search for a product. So they go on where? On Google and on YouTube, and on search engines generally to search for a product. Okay. Passive buyers, on the other hand, are people that you market to. They're just scrolling past and then they just notice what you're doing. It's called interruption marketing. So they're just scrolling back. Maybe at the end of the day, they're just tired, they are home, and they get their phones and they're just scrolling through. As they're scrolling through the phone, your content pops up. It pops up and they say, oh, it's true. It would be good to have this. Okay. Those ones are called passive buyers. Active buyers are people that are actively looking for something. They go on Jumia, they go on Juju, on Gigi, they go on places, they go on search engines, on Google usually to search for something. Okay. And guess where what content comes up usually? A content from search engines. And because I was going to combine video and search, YouTube was like the best bet for me at the time, right? Traffic, business is a numbers game, and I realized that after Facebook, the next, most as at that 20 around early 2020, after Facebook, the next most used social media channel was YouTube, of course, owned by the number one search engine in the world, which is Google. And so usually when a client searches on Google, okay, usually content from YouTube also comes up. All right. Remember, business is a numbers game, and I needed a lot of traffic. Okay. So this is the statistics from January 2022, like I was saying, and you can see from Facebook up there. In next is YouTube. All right. My time is almost up. 24/7 salesman. Now, the beauty about YouTube is that whether you're sleeping, I'm sure you must have seen videos. You must have watched videos from 5 years ago, or from 2 years ago, or 3 years ago on YouTube. Okay, so one of the beauties about YouTube is that the content are evergreen. They're evergreen. So what that means is that if you once you upload the video, few years from now, many years from now, so long as the keywords or video tags you used on your video comes up, guess whose video they will see? It is yours. And so it's a 247 salesman. As a matter of fact, there are some days that of course I did not post or anything, but I still get at least 100 views on my channel every day. At least 100 views. Okay, so it's a 24/7 salesman. So whether you're there or not, it just keeps promoting you because you have put the content out there. Okay, let me just rush through. So if you can see some
Yes,
countries
go
that have
ahead
viewed
though.
my
Go ahead. I'm here. Don't rush. Just go ahead. Go ahead and enjoy yourself while I'm teaching. All right.
okay,
I'm here. Okay.
beautiful. I was looking at the time. It's almost
No,
time.
no, it's fine.
Okay,
No, I
beautiful.
told you for time, but
Now
just
this
go
was
ahead. I'm
taken
here.
a while ago. Okay, boss. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Right. So let me just back up a little. Now, here, this was okay. This is actually an old slide. I used it for a training. And so, of course, I've gone beyond 1,668 subscribers at the time at this moment. I'm around 2,000 and something um, people, right? But just to give you an idea of the back end of YouTube, of my analytical page, right? You can see that your channel got 5,316 views in the last 28 days. What that means is that at least 5,000 people came across my name. Right now, what this also means is it doesn't necessarily mean that they watched my videos to the end. However, at least YouTube suggested my channel or one of my videos to this number of people in the last 28 days. So you can see how powerful this is. Business is a game of numbers. And the more people see you, and the more people see you, the higher your chances of selling. Okay. So next, see the countries, the type of people. Remember, I said my target audience were people that were outside Nigeria, Nigerians in diaspora. You can see people from United States, United Kingdom, Switzerland, Italy, Australia, Germany, Canada, Kenya, Thailand, Philippines, India, and the rest of them have contacted me via YouTube. So you see how powerful this is. Very, very, very one of the most underused, underutilized channels to promote real estate. Okay. Now, number 4, I'm talking about why YouTube marketing, right? Number 4, it stands you out. It differentiates you from other audience. Now, the truth is, as much as I'm saying all of this and how sweet it sounds, it is not very easy to use YouTube to promote yourself or your business. Okay. Now, here's the thing. It requires a lot of work. It requires you to go, ideate. You think about the content to shoot, because one thing with YouTube, because I promote it for free. Like, I don't spend money, of course, except once a while I decide to promote my video, a video or two, but usually I don't spend money. So it's more of organic content. So in order to get to the point where about 5,000 something people, I mean, it's more than this now. I think this month is over 7,000 people within the last 28 days that have viewed my channel, right? Within the last 28 days, right? And because before you get to that point where YouTube promotes you, organically, you have to do a lot of work, right? And because of that, a lot of work, a lot of people run away from this. Okay, they run away from video. People like the easy way out. People like the easy pathway. And that is why, if you decide to use YouTube to market your business, right, you will stand out. Why? Because number one, you are not just talking about a property, you're actually also trying to educate clients. You're actually also trying to show environment. You're also trying to predict development. You're doing a lot of things using YouTube. Okay. And so this stands you out. And because, again, like I said, a lot of people don't use it. Of course, now I have trained a lot of people within Enugu, within my community, our Realtors group and our Realtors team, to use YouTube. And a lot of them are making serious headways in using YouTube. In fact, most of them get to sell at least a property every month using YouTube, right? But so now there now a lot of people around here that use it. When I started, there were hardly people within the southeast that were using YouTube to promote their business. There were just a few of us, right? And so I taught a couple of my guys in Owerri. I taught a couple of them in Port Harcourt. I taught a lot of them in Enugu. Of course, I'm based in Enugu. And right now, in those different cities, when you search for properties in those cities on Google, their videos come up. All right, so it stands you out, it differentiates you. It just stands you out. Why? Because it is a lot of work to create these things, and it's a lot of work to edit. Editing video can take you almost 2 hours. I remember you're starting out, and of course, you don't have a lot of money to hire all the editors and everybody, right? Now, next, how do you start? What is needed in creating a YouTube channel or going about YouTube marketing? Remember, I said videos, I said YouTube, right? First, all you need is a good phone. When I started, of course, I now use an iPhone, but when I started, I was using my Redmi Note. What's it called? I think that's why I'm even sentimentally attached to this phone. This phone is with this same phone I moved from a novice to top realtor in 12 months. It was this phone, right? I will go and make the videos and edit them, of course, and upload them. And also, you just need a good phone. You need to be clear. You need to be seen clearly, or the property you're trying to market needs to be clear. Okay, it needs to be clear. Then number two, you need good audio. All right. So then I used to use earphones, headphones, because of course I couldn't afford a good mic. And it's not like now that all those small mics are now out that I see a lot of people use. It was not there at the time. So I used to use a headphone, all those kind of earphones, small earphones that have mics. All right, that was what I used to use initially. Okay, so you need good audio. If you don't have a mic at all, at least be in an environment that is not noisy. At least try and stay somewhere that is not noisy so that you can be audible. All right, lightning. You need good lightning. Now I have artificial lights. Then I used to just open my window. If I want to do an educational content, a headshot video, I just open my window during the day and just make a good video. All right, so that light from outside comes in, and of course I can show myself. So you need good lighting. Clients want to see you. They want to connect with you. They buy from people they know, like, and trust. And then video. Your video should be good. The background, at least, even if you don't have a good, at least have a plain background. All right, it should be good. That is literally all you need to start out YouTube marketing. Right? A lot of people procrastinate because they feel like, oh, I don't have a Canon M50. Oh, I don't have a very good 18-inch ring light. Oh, I don't have a Boya mic. Oh, like, I've seen 1,001 excuses, right? Why people don't want to start. Okay, so these are all you need to start. So in summary, 3 simple steps I used to go from from a novice to an expert realtor. Number one, my mindset. I needed to move from thinking about stomach infrastructure to becoming a solutions provider to building relationships, not just being transactional. A lot of realtors just want to collect commission and move and take off, forgetting that the referral sales can come and some clients can buy from you over and over and over again. So number one, the mindset, move from just being transactional, from just being a hustler to being a solutions provider. Number two, marketing. So you need to understand the type of people that buy real estate, and the type of people that buy real estate will help you understand how to communicate with them. For an investor, he's looking for ROI. He's looking for how to buy something cheap and sell it for a lot of money, or buy it very low and sell it for a lot of money, right? A homeowner is looking for probably luxury, a very beautiful environment where he can buy, or he's looking for status. So he doesn't want to live as a tenant again. He just wants to be a homeowner. A cash protector, he wants to hedge his finance over inflation, or hedge his money over depreciation. As a matter of fact, I mean, in Nigeria alone, there's over 20 something percent depreciation, right? There's over 20 something percent. So by the time you've left ₦1 million in the bank today, by this time next year, it's maybe like 800K, right? So he understands that. And so your language should be around that. It should be around time value of money, it should be around inflation, depreciation, and the likes. Nigerians in the diaspora, most of them, a majority of them, are just looking for someone to trust. The money is handy. I mean, a dollar is around 800, and we changed for 812 naira 2 days ago. I mean, yesterday, right? So about 810 as at this period, right? 812 rather. So imagine if you convert 1,000 USD is already 800K. So 10,000 USD is already 8 million naira, right? So there's a lot, like, they have the purchasing power. That's the point I'm trying to make. But usually they have trust issues. So one of the ways I decided to go after that market, and one of the ways I was able to navigate the market, or I am trying to navigate because I'm still a work in progress, is to create videos. So I use videos to communicate with them so that they can connect with me better and at least see me, know me, like me, and trust me. Now, some people have come to Enugu, right, to see a property or see me, and usually by the time I'm coming towards them, they go, "That is you, Jeff. I can see you." Why? Because they feel like they know me. They've seen my videos. They have communicated with me online via video or every other thing. And so I think it helps reduce the trust issues and connect you with them more. And for me, my model was YouTube for realtors. I used YouTube, especially my first year, to promote my business. The beauty about YouTube is that, I mean, I didn't have to spend a lot of money. I just had to invest my time. I had to invest my time, and I teach my people how they can move from, zero to a lot of clients using YouTube within a space of 3 months. We have a 3 months program that will teach you how to do that. So my model is YouTube marketing. So with these points of mine, few points of mine, I hope I'm able to teach you and show you how to leverage real estate, why you should do real estate. Real estate is something you should do because of the power of 10%. That is very powerful. Think about it, especially in this economy and this present time. So even if you do a job or you do any other thing, it is good to look into this. And I've just shown you a model that I have used, and also a couple of my other people, my colleagues and students have used to move from novice, not knowing anybody or not being able to sell a plot of land, to selling a lot of real estate. Thank you so much. If you have questions, we'll take them at this point. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much, Emeka
much,
Novice.
Jeff.
I
Thank
appreciate
you. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys, if you've got questions, please ask in the comment section. Jeff did 52 minutes. And if you got questions, please ask in the comment section and Jeff will answer your question. All right. So I'm seeing a few of my folks. Felix Uchendu is here. All right. So if you got questions, please do let me put in the comment section if you've got questions. And then, okay, I see a few of my guys. Nameka when is here. Okay, Cynthia Kambatu. So if you got questions, please. Okay, so Jeff, one of the questions I would like to ask you. So I've seen realtors who come to say, okay, for example, I am one guy. I have a lot of people following me on my timeline, and so there was a week when we launched the company,
Mm,
um, and so I did a lot of marketing posts at the time. And
okay.
within a period of a week, I was able to do 10 plots. And then when you post
Mm,
this in the comment in the group, and they're like, oh, it's because you're American Novice. So how do you deal with individuals like 1 year that have not sold anything, 2 years that have not sold anything, and they are beginning to lose faith that, oh, this thing is not working. What am I doing wrong? And all that kind of stuff. I don't know if you've got something that you would like to. So I can remove the slides now.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Our face can be on.
Okay.
So if you got questions, if you got questions, please ask. But Jeff, I don't know how
Yes,
can
sir.
you deal with those kinds of individuals, right?
Okay. So for me, I say a few things. If first is, like I said, just decide to sell. I have had people actually, meet me and say that it's 1 year now they began real estate and they have not sold. So usually I like to see a few things. First, what's your activities like? What are your daily activities like? There are things you must do every day to lead you towards a sale. Number two, how do you even market? Are you just promoting flyers and sending out to family and friends and putting on your status, and just people that know you or and you're not being innovative and trying to build a personal brand? So even if you're selling property, you also need to project yourself as a person of value. Okay. So these are the few things I take a look at. And of course, usually the number one problem a lot of them have is traffic, leads, getting very serious people to buy from them. Right. So I try to look at these things. And once these things are in place, this particular, the issue of traffic, the issue of your program, your daily activity, right? Next, I try to say is, I think you need a community of people that sell, community of people that, even the Bible said, he that walks with the wise shall be wise, right? Sometimes you just need to build your belief. Number one. Number two, knowledge. Of course, knowledge is very important. You need to understand things, the time range of a sale, from when a client reaches out to you, you following up and finally closing the sale. Some people talk themselves out of a sale. Okay, a lot of people, I've seen that a lot of times. I go for inspection with a few of my team members, and they're running their mouth, they're just running pra, 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 pra. So the client is now interested, and before you know what's happening, another thing they say will just you know shift to another question, and of course, they unsell themselves. So first, I think knowledge. You just need to learn how to sell. Now, learn how to communicate. Communication is a very good skill. Closing a sale is very important too. How do you close your sales? Then leads. How do you even get people to see you? Okay, leads is important. Usually I like to say that leads is the number one thing you should do every day. So you should be able to get more people, new people, to get to see that you do this thing on a daily basis. Okay, and once these things are in place, I have seen people come to me, and after 1 year of not sales, in 3 months, in 2 3 months, they begin to sell. Why? Because number one, they have seen a community of people that sell, so increases their belief. Remember, it's a high ticket product we are selling, and a lot of people don't even believe that people can buy lands worth that amount, or people can buy houses worth that amount. And then number two, leads. Use the right channels to show yourself out there, and of course, a lot of people will come to you. I believe these are few things you can implement, but most importantly, staying consistent and deciding to go all the way. I think that is important as well. Okay, I hope that's helped, sir, or that's at least.
Yes, it
um
did. Yes, it did. Thank you so much. So another question is here. Someone is asking if real estate can be taken as a side hustle. Of course, he has already answered
yes.
that. So Gloria is asking, I'm not a realtor, but can you share how you were able to stay consistent in those beginning stages of your business?
Okay, when I had little views on my channel, how I was able to stay consistent when I had little views on my channel. So here's what I teach my people. So I decided on, I wasn't focused on the views. One problem I see a lot of people, especially people that are using YouTube or using, yes, YouTube to build any business, is that they are focused on the numbers, on the likes, on the comments. For me, in the early stage, I gave myself 3 months to make 100 videos, because I knew without a shadow of doubt, because I had studied the channel. I knew that without a shadow of doubt, if I go long enough, all right, I just need one successful video to turn the dynamics or the trajectory of my channel around. So I wasn't focused on views, subscribers. As a matter of fact, new realtors that come to me, we do a challenge. We do 100 videos in 30 days challenge, such that I expect you to go 100 videos straight. Like you're making videos daily, 100 days, 100 videos. So that's like 3 months in 90 days. So just keep making the videos and putting it out there. So the first is just ideate, think about the videos you want to create, and think about the target market, and you just keep going. So 100 videos, day one you go, day two you go. The first month of real estate, I made 27 videos. That month I wanted to do 30, that first month of real estate. But because I started getting calls, as a matter of fact, on the 27th day, that's 27th of January, I made my first sale. So by the time I was almost at the end of the month, I started getting a lot of calls. I started getting inspections and all of that. So I couldn't meet 30 by the 22, I'll be 23. I can't remember the exact number, but between 22 and 25, number of videos. And so from there it became a back-to-back video. So I usually suggest that just go all out, go all the way. Stop looking at your numbers, stop looking at the likes or shares or subscribers, just go all the way. So I just had a goal and I went all the way.
Fantastic. Okay. Another person is asking, this is value packed. Thanks so much, Jeff. What are the things to look out to know a genuine real estate company?
Okay, so I would say number one, the personalities behind it. I think that's important. A lot of real estate companies now, a lot of real estate company owners are now coming out. Before now, it was a company name and a logo, but now they're now understanding that people do business with people and not logos and offices, right? So I think the personality behind the company or the people behind the company is important. If you can check them for their track record and stuff, then Number two, a physical presence, even though that's not even, I mean, a lot of fake real estate companies these days, have offices and very fine buildings and stuff. But yes, at least a physical address is important. And then, of course, registered, a business that is registered in Nigeria, I think that could help. School as well. Now it is required that every real estate company has a school, that's an EFCC stuff, right? Those things can help. Redan, a lot of them are now registered with REDAN, that's Real Estate um, Developers Association of Nigeria, that's REDAN, right? Those things can help. But I feel like the number one thing I look out for is the personalities behind the business. I actually go to research them. I try to know who they are, what their track record has been, right? What other things have they done and how did it go? Because I feel like success leaves clues as well as scammers leave a lot of clues as well. So, but yeah, these are a few things I look out for. So, the individual or individuals behind the company. Number two, if it's actually registered with the CAC, that's the Corporate Affairs Commission. If they have a SCUMOL or at least a REDAN, that's Real Estate Developers Association. And then these are basic things I look out for in a genuine real estate company.
Thanks so much, Jeff. Somebody's asking, how do you how do you navigate the whole measurement thing? How do you ensure that one plot is one plot and one acre is one acre? Anyway, it's
Um,
your surveyor now. Your surveyor is the one
yes,
that does that job. It's
that
not
does
for you
that. Yeah,
to go and
not
be
for you.
measuring. So if you get a good surveyor, the surveyor does his job and then he tells you
Mhm.
that actually this is that. All right. So
That's it.
I don't think you may be able to start walking around the bush or the land to go and be measuring 1 square meter and all that. So your surveyor actually does that, Victor.
Yes, I
Right.
agree.
So I think an answer to that. Except if your surveyor is a fake guy, but when you have a great surveyor, they will actually use their goodest equipment to be able to measure and tell you exactly.
That's true.
Lawrence is asking as a student in the school of nursing where we don't go out, and he has mentioned it now. When you have a real estate company, you do your stuff online, you refer them. When I was working for Bamboo as a brand ambassador, I told you that I also combined being a brand ambassador and also being a realtor. And
Yes.
I don't think I went for more than two inspections by myself. I
Hmm.
mean, just last week, I went to take a delivery of 6 plots of land. It's not as if I'm joking. I'm lying about it. I have my documents here. These are 6 plots of land that were given to me by Bamboo. Right. These are the documents here. Deed of conveyance for 6 plots of land. Right. And so I'm saying that for most of these sales that I made, I didn't I didn't go there by myself. I didn't step my
Yeah.
feet in. I didn't go for inspections. I think I only went for only two inspections because the guy really wanted me to be there. So what you need to do, find a real estate company that has the structure, they have the staff that can take prospects to site. They can have
Hmm.
they have buses or they have cars, and
Yes.
your role is to just follow up your prospects with your smartphone. Make a
That's
call,
all.
buy, and all that. And when they buy, you make your money. Maybe Jeff has something else to say regarding to this.
Oh, that's it actually. That's it. I believe you can use your phone very well, and since if you can connect to a good real estate company, like you said, that's all. They help you with all the activities. You just use your phone, connect the prospects with the guys for inspection, and collect your commissions. As simple as that.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for that. Nemeko, when it's asking, I want to ask, based on YouTube, what hashtag can one use or what keywords can one use in his video that can get one to see your video on YouTube? Secondly, is it wise to target countries or just leave it open for any country so that people in every country can see it?
Well, for hashtags, I think it depends on who you're trying to get. Because for me, I mean, I'm based in Enugu, and of course, in the beginning, I just needed people that were interested in real estate within where I was based. Okay, so I used hashtags like Enugu. I know that a lot of them are searching for content around Enugu. I used hashtags as like Southeast, of course, a few Owerri, a few other eastern states, because I have sold to people that are not from Enugu, but desire to buy properties around here. Okay, so I think it just depends. I think it starts from you deciding what your marketing strategy is like. Hashtags. Another thing I suggest you do is to model. Just look for people that are doing this thing very well within your space, and just go to their comment. YouTube allows you to investigate what other people are doing. So just go there, look at what they are doing, and tweak it to suit your environment or to suit your kind of audience. Um, can one use his or her video that can one use okay, it can get people to view your videos? But I don't think you should be focused on this in the beginning. Be focused on creating the right content and putting it out there, right? Learn how to use your titles are powerful. Learn how to use your you know description, right? Use the right keywords like land for sale, keyword like um, um property investment, keywords like land, okay, Enugu properties for sale or sea of O land for sale. Those kind of things. Infuse them in your this description, right? You said, secondly, is it wise to target countries or just leave it open for? How would you know countries to target? And besides, how will you even target using YouTube? You can't target per se if you're doing just organic content. Like me, I don't run ads. I wasn't running ads on YouTube, right? So how do I even target? So my job was just to ensure that people looking for me can find me. It's not about you targeting them. My job was just to position myself in such a way that people looking for me can find me. All right. So I think that's it. So in other words, I would go with your next option. That's, or just leave it open for any country so that people from anywhere should just find you, because you don't know who will buy. Someone from Pakistan has bought from me before in Enugu. Someone from this other country, Bangladesh, has bought from me in Enugu before. So I mean, how do you know where they are going to come from? So you just leave it open and and do your thing. I hope I was able to answer that.
Yes, you have been able to answer that. Thank you very much. Jeff, a lot of people are really interested in this session. The next question is all right. Question: most of the fine ladies complain of having difficulties in closing deals, especially when the prospect is a man, because they will want something for something. How can they scale through this?
So my answer for this is simple. If you project what you're projecting, if you project the wrong things, you attract the wrong people. If you project the right things, you attract the right people. I mean, I know a lot of ladies that are doing beautiful in real estate. As a matter of fact, in my team, right, my top realtors from January till date are usually ladies. A few of them are guys, but usually ladies, and a lot of them are not expressing these things. I mean, if you project the wrong things, you're going to get the wrong audience. That's, I mean, I'll just end it there, because this to me is not even an issue. I see a lot of ladies project wrong. You're not, I don't we don't even know the one you're marketing. Are you the product, or is it the land or the house? We don't even know again, right? And of course, if you're strict and principled, when you see people that are perverts, natural perverts, you let them go. I mean, they're not the only people that will buy lands from you or houses from you. So I think that has answered that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for maybe a typical example is if you are taking a client to site and then your breast is open, that
It's
means
everywhere.
you're showing something else. maybe
I see
that,
that a lot actually. Or bum bum everywhere.
maybe that's the invitation to the guy to more this person,
Yes,
that
no.
kind of stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so somebody's asking, apart from YouTube and Facebook, which other platform can you use to market and get good results?
I think it still depends on the people you're trying to attract. Depends on your target market. It's not about the platform or the channels. It's about what you want to achieve. Who are those? Where are they? All right. If you want to target Gen Zs, you want to sell to Gen Zs, where do you go to? TikTok, maybe Threads, maybe Instagram, right? If you want to market to Nigerians in diaspora, I just explained that. You go on YouTube. Why? I gave you reasons. I said that on YouTube. So those guys, they like to connect back to their roots. Okay, they like to connect back to their roots, and one of the things they like to go and watch is Nollywood or comedy or news. One of the most watched channels is TVC channel, channels and the likes, and also all those Nollywood stuff, right? They are one of the most watched channels in Nigeria. What does that tell you? I mean, is majorly Nigerians abroad that connect to those channels. Why? Because in as much as they are there, especially, you know, especially around my environment, right? They like to connect back to their roots. Okay, so these are very good places to market. To get good results depends on good results is relative. It depends on the people you're trying to target. So if you want to market Gen Zs, you can as well go to these other places and market. I think, I mean, I don't even know if I had the right answer, but yes, this is my opinion about this. If you also want to market to tech guys, a lot of them are on Twitter. A lot of them are on Twitter. So if you can able to, maneuver your way around the platform, I think you can get them to buy from you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you
Kevin is
so much.
asking, is it possible to be a realtor in a company outside of your state? Absolutely correct.
Yes,
Absolutely possible.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Remember, we said if the company has good structure, I mean, there are realtors who are marketing for us from different parts of the nation. And what we do is that they send to us, we do and they follow up on their prospects. That's all. So that you
That's all.
don't say that your prospect has been cornered by someone else. So you follow up on the
Mm,
prospect. And once the prospect tells you, I've made a sale, fine. So I'll give you a typical example of how I do mine. So I have a system where they are always reaching out to download our browser, and I reach them via email and also phone calls. All right. So that way I'm able to know. And if you position yourself, like for example, when I was doing it for Bamboo, because you are the one connecting to the prospect, they have trust in you first and foremost.
yes,
So
yes.
they may not bypass you. They'll feel that you're going to give them something extra. Like we do in affiliate marketing. Let's say, for example, in affiliate marketing, somebody is marketing a product and you want to market that product and also make money for yourself. So, what affiliate marketers usually do, they can create something extra that they can give to their prospect.
Yeah,
They can say, if you
exactly.
buy this product through me, through my link, I'm going to give you this. Let's say, for example, you're buying a training that has to do with marketing. The person will tell you, if you buy this product because I'm selling it and you're using my link, I'm going to give you a training on sales. I'm going to give you a training on social media. I'm going to give you a training on YouTube marketing. Do you get? And so
True,
you know that if you now bypass me to go to somewhere else, you're going to miss all those extra things that I'm going to give you. So that's how we do it.
true,
So they trust you because of something that you have extra that you will likely give. Perhaps it could be that from the money that you make from your commissions, you can buy them a bag of rice, or you buy them
true.
oil, or you buy them. I mean, those small tiny
Small,
things,
small
or you buy them
things.
things, or you buy them a belt, or even a pair of shoes. I mean, those are the things that really they want to, stick around you, and they won't bypass
Yes,
you. So, you
true.
can stay in any state and actually have. I don't know. Maybe Jeff has something else to add to
Oh,
it.
yes, that's it. Absolutely, sir. You answered it totally.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So Cynthia says, after taking a client to site, what's the best way to follow up and not look desperate to sell? Some clients can be a hard nut to crack.
Yes, that's true, actually. So for me, I try to connect because again, the people I sell to more are people that live abroad, and a lot of them connect with me on WhatsApp. A lot of them connect with me on WhatsApp. I try to make sure you save my contact. That's the first thing I try to do. I try to make sure you save my contact. Again, there are things, there are stuff called, I want to assume that you know this. There are stuff called open-ended conversations and close-ended conversations. A lot of realtors don't keep the conversation going. They just say, okay, I'll reach you next week. They just go, okay, till next week then, and that's it. Now, when next week? What time of the day is good to call them back? Like, you don't have an appointment as long as I'm concerned, right? And this is what we teach in closing, in follow up and closing, right? So I think the first thing is you ought to be able to, keep that conversation open. So after going to site and back, what's the next thing? So here is it. You try to find out his objections or if he's ready to close. How do I find out? I send him the account details and the form to fill, like almost immediately. And he goes, okay, I'm going to fill this form, but I think I need to get my wife to know one or two things. Okay, fine, no problem. So when do you think I can call you back to ensure that you get the best plots available in this place? I'm trying to let him feel like I am trying to do him a favor by getting him the best available plots. And the earlier you do this, the better for you. I don't know if that made sense. So point I'm trying to make is keeping that conversation open. I'm not trying to say, oh sir, when are you going to buy now? So that so that we can close this thing up. You just sound like you just want commission. So when you're keeping the conversation open, you need to look like I said earlier, don't look like a hustler, don't look transactional, look like you're trying to do this person a favor, right? And so I try to always have dates, proper appointments down to the time, right? And sometimes clients will tell you that, okay, just call me in the morning, next week morning. Next week morning is not a time. Morning on Tuesday is not a time, right? So me, I try to get down to the time. I try to say, okay, sir, can I call you between 9 and 10? He said, no, call me at 10. Okay, 10 on the dot, so I'll give you a call. So you see that we now have a specific appointment. Most realtors don't get to that point. They just assume that, oh, morning. They okay, morning. By the time you now call the guy around 12, around 9, like I earlier suggested, he will busy your phone, your line. Why? Because maybe he's busy at the time, but because you didn't have a specific appointment. And most high net worth individuals like to keep to their words. So first, you need to look professional by keeping the conversation open and by having specific appointments. I keep having appointments till I close the sale. Now, in a case where a client um, he doesn't starts withdrawing, right? You can feel his cold feet. For me, I let you be. That's why I also suggest and I teach my realtors that your number one goal is to get new leads on a daily basis. Most times we stay stuck to one particular client for too long, especially when you see that this client is not closing, right? Because you don't have more leads and you feel like this is your send. Oh, God has sent this one to cure all the problems in your life, right? So I try to make sure that first I make sure you save my contact. I use my WhatsApp status, and once in a while I send out some broadcast messages, especially when there's a promo, there's a slash in price, it's a new month, there's a holiday or something. I send out those stuff, and of course I always try to make you feel like I have you in mind. I want the best for you. And so I saw an opportunity that can help you save money. I saw an opportunity that can help you get the best plots, and I thought to reach out to you. Then I use my status a lot as well. I use my status a lot. I try to update my status on a daily basis. So much so that you are watching my status, you will see me, and I keep staying top of mind. Okay. So number one, keep the conversation open. Number two, try to follow up with value. Don't just follow up and say, oh sir, you say you paid today, and then the client now starts seeing you like a nuisance. But when you follow up with value, he sees you like you're trying to help him, right? And then number three, I try to find a way to keep in touch with you, whether is directly or indirectly. So this is how I do mine.
Wow, thank you so much, Jeff. I mean, these guys have been really interested in your session, guys. So if you can say thank you to Jeff, please say thank you in the comment section. That last question by Cynthia Kamba, and I'm thinking that we are done with tonight's session. I mean, Jeff, you have become the longest so far, 1 hour 20 minutes, because people have become so interested in what you shared. I don't know because you're a fine boy, maybe that yeah, stuck to your face. I have to go and refine her so that I can be. I mean. All right. So thank you so much,
Thank
Jeff, for
you.
this great
Thank you, sir.
conversation.
Thank you
I'm
for the
happy. I'm
opportunity.
glad that you were able to have this conversation with me on how you can become a top realtor in real estate and make money. All right.
Yeah.
So guys, thank Jeff. Thank Jeff. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Cynthia,
Thank you.
I know you have been looking at Jeff. Cynthia right said yes, it's fine. I know you have been looking at him. You know, that's why you have been here from the beginning to the end. So it's
Thank you,
all right. It's
boss.
all right. Okay, so thank you so much, Jeff. Guys,
Thank you.
please say thank you to him so I can see a lot of individuals. John Berry, thank you, Jeff. Cynthia Okamba, yeah, and Kelvin. Kelvin, thanks plenty, Jeff, and love you plenty, Emeka Novice. Thank you so much. CJ, Precious Philip, thank you, Jeff. OVA says thank you, Jeff. And we have John Berry, thank you. Ozioma Judith, thank you. Jeff Lambhart, thank you, sir. Eze Monday, thank you. Felix Uchendu says thank you. So, thank you so much, Jeff. We have
Thank
Kelvin also saying thank you. You just encouraged me on this Realtor journey. Okay. Thank you so much, Jeff. My regards to
thank
your beautiful wife. She also shared the live stream as soon as we went live.
Yes, sir.
Thank her
Thank you.
for us and all the things that she's doing.
Thank you,
I'll be
sir.
seeing you in Enugu on the August 26th. Thank you so much for
Yes, we
the
can't wait,
Realtor.
sir.
God bless you so much for
Thank
all the
you.
great work that you're doing. We look forward to greater partnerships in the future and more
Thank you,
things to
sir.
happen for each one of us. Thank you and good night from me
All
here in
right.
the city of Record to Jeff in Enugu and to all of you who have tuned in from different parts of Nigeria. Thank you so much for tuning into this session. And by all means, if you still want to share the live stream, please go ahead and tap the share button so that other individuals can enjoy what we have enjoyed today. God bless you.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
keep tabs. Follow Jeff. Go to my timeline. I made a post about him. Follow him. Join the Realtors community that he's always teaching in. And please make use of it so that you can get better in your journey to make money and build wealth. All right. So thank you from me here. It's good night to everyone and God bless everybody. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.